This is Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good morning. This article on CoinDesk caught my eye, so we're going to go over this real quick. UN agencies turn to blockchain and fight against child trafficking. So if you guys follow not even just the alt media anymore, but it's even being talked about more on the mainstream media, whereas just a few months ago, talking about a lot of the child sex trafficking that goes on. People who talked about it were looked at as nut jobs and conspiracy theorists. And I guess they still are looked at, or we, I should say, because, you know, I know this stuff is going on. But when you talk about it with in regards to some of the politicians, and we'll say if you mention the word Pizzagate or Pedogate, you're still looked at in that light, regardless of how true it is. You know, but if you've been paying attention to the mainstream media, you know that it's coming out a lot. Every day it seems like a new story breaks about someone tied in with Hollywood is involved with pedophilia, and that all ties in with the child trafficking problem in this country and the whole world. But anyway, this article caught my eye because of that, because I am a big follower of SGT Report. Sean's a good friend of mine, and he covers this stuff a lot. You know, so I like that this stuff is brought to light, and people need to be brought down for this stuff. So anyway, this article talks about how UN agencies are going to turn to the blockchain. So we'll just read this article real quick. The United Nations has partnered with the World Identity Network to develop a blockchain identity pilot aimed to help curb child trafficking. Announced during the Humanitarian Blockchain Summit in New York on Friday, the pilot involves participation from the United Nations Office of Project Services, UNOPS, and the United Nations Office of Information and Communications Technology. A press release indicates, storing digital identities on a blockchain, the release states, provides a significantly higher chance of catching traffickers. Additionally, securing identity data on an immutable ledger will make more trafficking attempts more traceable and preventable. According to Dr. Mariana Dahan, co-founder and CEO of WIN, invisible children under the age of 5 and who do not possess a birth certificate are at risk and can fall into the hands of child traffickers. These children are often missed by social programs offered by governments or development agencies. And if you guys remember, and again, Sean talked about this a lot. I don't remember her name, but woman who was tied in with the Clinton Foundation and the Clintons was caught trying to smuggle numerous children who she said were orphaned out of Haiti. And it turned out that they weren't orphaned, or many of them weren't. Anyway, she added, several developing countries are actively looking at more efficient ways to prevent child trafficking. Identification is also at the heart of the solution. Child trafficking uses fake identification documents to transport young people across borders for eventual forced participation in serious illicit activities, including sex trade and illegal human organ trade, and others. Yannick Glemerick, UN Women Deputy Executive Director, said child trafficking is one of the greatest human rights abuses. Blockchain, she continued, would be potentially powerful technology to address the problem and potentially save millions of children. In a move To foster the pilot, the partners are seeking support from private companies, NGOs, academia, and others that are willing to contribute to help end child trafficking. Plans were also revealed for the launch of a global challenge that would seek ideas and expertise in using blockchain for humanitarian projects. So, again, this story is not about cryptocurrencies, but the technology behind them itself and how it can be used to help a situation like this. Because child trafficking, and regardless of your beliefs, you know, you want to call people like me a tinfoil hat or what have you, for believing the things that I believe when there's so much evidence to support it, that's on you. But if the blockchain can be used to help curb child trafficking, I think that's awesome. Because regardless if you believe that John and Tony Podesta or whoever else are involved in it or not is kind of irrelevant. Because regardless if they are or not, this happens. And yes, a lot of the people who've been brought down for child trafficking have been low level. But it's not going to be like that forever. It's going to get to the point where, you know, people are going to get taken down who are higher level, and a lot of things are going to get uncovered, and people like me aren't going to be looked at so crazy anymore. So again, I think this is really awesome that they are, you know, going to use blockchain for this purpose. Blockchain technology can have so many potential uses, and I think we're going to see a lot more things like this where blockchain is going to be used for things that we would have never imagined it would be used for. And that just shows how powerful blockchain is. So again, I wanted to come out and talk about this story just because it really caught my eye, you know, because I have not been hardcore into this situation, but I have been following it for some time now. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.